Good morning, Facebook. This morning I'm coming to you live from our house as we have been locked down due to somebody coming in contact with one of my children who possibly does have coronavirus. So we're all locked in now. I thought coming on late because in a domestic environment, we have people outside mowing the lawn, so you can hear that. They started right as I was about to start, so please bear with me. So this entire month, we have been talking about prebiotic fibres, and I'm going to finish off today talking about prebiotic supplement powders. Say hi if you're there, just so I know if the internet's working, and just write a little comment for me. Say hi, just so I can see, because with everybody at home, internet's not working so great as we could have. So before I start about prebiotic fibres, I just want to recap on prebiotics and what they are and what we've learned so far. So please give me a thumbs up if you're watching, at least so I can see that the internet's working and so that I know it's live. I'm just struggling to think that our internet can cope with everybody working from home. So we'll see how that goes. So the most important things to remember about prebiotics, that they come from plants. So fruits, vegetables, grains and legumes. They are non-digestible fibres, which are of no benefit to us, but our bacteria really love them, and they're necessary for our gut to thrive, the bacteria in our gut to thrive. And all prebiotics are fibre, but not all fibre is prebiotic. So they're really important things that I want you to remember. I'll post a link for the prebiotic food list that I put out a couple of weeks ago. It's worth getting if you haven't. You're probably eating way more than you think you are. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. The lawnmower man is coming closer to me. So today I'm talking about prebiotic fibres, and I'm not talking about every single one, but I'm going to give you an overview of the main ones that are out there and how you can source them and stuff like that. So prebiotics in supplement forms can be a really useful addition to our dietary intake, especially if you have trouble with the food sources. With all prebiotics, I think you need to remember, whether it's food or supplements, that you need to start really slow and work your way up to the dosage on the pack. And especially if you haven't eaten those things for a while. And I said it in one of the other ones, with all prebiotic fibres, you are likely to be a little farty for 7 to 10 days, and then that will change. Your body will get used to it, and then you'll have a better tolerance. So the first one I'm going to talk about is inulin. So there are two types of inulin, and so inulin itself is often referred to as long chain inulin. So the other one is FOS, which is fructooligosaccharides. Say that one quickly. So inulin is So inulin and FOS both come from the chicory root fibre. So they're extracted using hot water, which is great. Long chain inulin, so inulin itself, has a really creamy mouthfeel. So it's often used in processed foods to help reduce their fat content. So the digestive benefits of inulin are that they help people to reduce digestive discomfort, and they also help with constipation. So research shows us that about 12 grams a day helps ease constipation. 8 grams a day helps improve the absorption of calcium, and 5 grams of inulin a day help feed your gut bacteria. The 12 grams of inulin to ease constipation, I would be really wary about doing that as a bulk dose. You just need to really start slow. So inulin is better tolerated than the other inulin, FOS. So many people do well with up to about 10 grams of inulin a day and 5 grams of FOS. Hi, Sandy. Thanks for that. I just wanted to make sure that everybody can hear me. So the next one is fructooligosaccharides. So it's an inulin too, but they call it a short chain inulin. So I'm not going to call it fructooligosaccharides. That'll take me all day. So I'm just going to call it FOS. So FOS tastes much sweeter than inulin. So it's often used in lots of food processing manufacturing as well. And it's a way for them to decrease the sugar or artificial sweetener that they use in any of their processed products. So FOS can help us reduce our calorie intake because it makes us feel fuller for longer. It can stabilize our blood sugar, and it can increase the amount of calcium we absorb. It can decrease our glucose and insulin levels. So in processed products, you will find these things, and there are many different names for inulin and FOS to be listed as. So some of the names are chicory root, inulin, oligofructose, oligosaccharide, enriched inulin, chicory root fiber extract, or fructo oligosaccharide. So you can see it would be really hard to discern this on a packet if you didn't know what you were looking for. So the thing is, a lot of people are eating more of these prebiotic fibers than they realize, because they are in so many processed foods now. And not that that's a good or a bad thing, it's just how it is. It saves them money by putting these in rather than putting in sweetener or fat. So the next one I'm going to talk about is galacto-oligosaccharide, and that's called GOS. That's what we generally refer to it for. They're a prebiotic fiber, and it softens the stool, and it also increases the frequency of bowel movements. So it comes from cow milk, so it's not suitable for vegans or vegetarians. It gets broken down to short-chain fatty acids in the gut. It also helps with our calcium absorption. It helps us also increase our own production of vitamin B12 and vitamin K, BK. It also helps with sleep. So one of the companies that I use to get this one through is Bimuno in the UK. So they have done terrific research around GOS. And they have lots of testimonials on their site that people who have had problems sleeping use Bimuno and have had a terrific sleep outcome over that. So that's really good. The next one I want to talk about is partially hydrolyzed guar gum, which is one of my favorites, and I'll call that one PHGG. So it's made from a leguminous plant from India and Pakistan, widely used in processed foods as a thickener and a stabilizer, because it's tasteless, colorless, and odorless. And it's FODMAP friendly, which is really great. It can help, and this is why I love it, it can help normalize both constipation and diarrhea. It's a magic plant. So if you're trying to reduce laxative consumption, it's really a good thing for you. And it also helps people decrease the symptoms of irritable bowel. It helps us to increase our mineral absorption, and it doesn't interact with any medications, which I find fascinating. So around 10 grams a day is the recommended dose. Again, this is not one where I'd say go and give yourself a tablespoonful. Start with a pinch every day and work your way up with this one. My next one's acacia, and I love this one too. So acacia comes from the sap of the Acacia Senegal tree. It's known also as Arabic or gum Arabic. And it has a really smooth mouthfeel, and it's really soluble. So it can help you lower your cholesterol, and it works again with both constipation and diarrhea, which I think is really great. It's FODMAP friendly, and this one you can be safe for up to 30 grams a day. So that's quite a whack of prebiotic fiber if you're looking to get your fiber through a powder. The next one I'm going to talk about is pectin. So pectin is a soluble fiber found naturally in apples. And sometimes in beets, they get the sugar from beets to turn into pectin as well. So pectin is often used to combat high cholesterol, high triglycerides, and also used in prevention of colon and prostate cancer. It helps again with both constipation and diarrhea. So pectin can interfere with the use of some pharmaceuticals though. So when you're having pectin, anything that's got pectin in it, you want to take it at least 2 hours away from food and from medications and supplementation. So you can dose pectin from about 10 to 20 milligrams a day. So if you eat processed foods, you are likely to have some exposure to prebiotic fibers. So be mindful that taking a supplement on top of what's in processed foods is likely to give you digestive discomfort. So think about that when you start with them. Start really slow. Start with the food, and then if you want to increase your prebiotic fiber on top of that, start with a smaller dose, not the dose that's recommended on the packet. I see people that go, oh my God, I had inulin supplement and I'm so bloated and can't do anything. So don't do that. Try and start really slow, increase it gradually every day, and your body will get used to it over a long term rather than just on the short term. So that's it for our prebiotic fiber month. So I hope you've learned something from our prebiotics talk this whole month. Next month I'm actually going to do fermented foods, and seeing we lockdown I'll be able to show you and cook some. If you're not a member of the Digestive Detective Love Your Guts group, come on over, because we'll be doing some virtual little seminars and stuff over in the group while we're all in lockdown. So come over here. you'll have to just fill out my questions to get in, but come over and have a chat and see how we can all help each other while we're all locked away. So if you have any questions about today, or you'd like to book in for a free 15-minute, please feel free to do that. Business as usual for me. I've got 5 clients today, and we're all doing Zoom and internet stuff, so that's really fantastic, and a couple of phone calls. Get on board, go to digestivedetective.com, pop your details in for a free 15-minute, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Bye.